So you've been praying, you've been planning, you've been showing up, you've been preparing, and you're all ready to give birth to your business breakthrough. You have all of what it takes. However, every time you're right at the brink of breakthrough, you're right at the brink of birthing this beautiful business that you desire so that you can finally transition into coaching full time, you retreat, you stop pushing. I want you to think of it as a woman in labor. This is the way the Lord downloaded it for me. Like, it's a woman in labor. And literally, that if you're a mom, you know that when you're literally experiencing that contraction, that is the moment that you should be pushing. And so I don't believe that it's ironic that we are in September. Today is September 1st. And we are literally entering into the ninth month. And at this point, your baby is literally, you've been nesting for 9 months. And I want to prophetically declare to you that in this September, this ninth month, you are giving birth. You are giving birth. Consider me your midwife, okay? Because that is exactly what I help you to do. I help you to transition into coaching full time without having to chase clients, without having to self-sabotage, without having to sacrifice time with your family, right? I help you to transition into coaching. And so I love doing the work that I do, because not only do I help you to build out your business blueprint, your business model, I help you to craft your signature offer, I help you to develop storytelling, marketing, and I help you with a simplified sales funnel. The beautiful thing, the thing that I love the most, not only do I give you the structure and the strategy, I help you to really dive deep into the subconscious beliefs that are hindering your business growth. It's what's blocking your business breakthrough. And so in this episode of the Daily Dose, I'm going to be breaking down how to push to birth your business breakthrough. I'm going to be helping you, showing you how to push, okay? Because you are going to birth this business. You are going to be able to step into coaching full time. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, okay? And so for those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Janel, and I do Daily Dose episodes, and DOSE is an acronym for Divine Overflow of Spirit-Led Empowerment. So whatever the Lord pours into me, I pour out into you. And so hence we have Push to Birth Your Business Breakthrough, and PUSH is an acronym, all right? And so I'm so excited. I cannot wait to jump into it. And so, like I said, you've been showing up, you've been doing all the things, but you're finding that, when it's time for you, so like you're prepared, right? Just think of a woman. So this is a whole analogy about a woman that's pregnant and giving birth. She's literally in labor right now. So you're in labor, you're in your ninth month, you're fully grown, your due date is here. It's September, your due date is here. Okay, queen. And so we are pushing. So you got everything prepared. You have the website, you have the beautiful Canva graphics, you have, all of your back ends, your emails, everything all set up. However, when it's time for you to show up, maybe to go live or to create the content, put yourself out there, be seen, share your pricing, sell, market your business, that is where you feel that contraction, right? This is where you feel contraction. And so I want to encourage you that your nervous system, like in that contraction, your nervous system will tell you, no, don't push, stop. It's too hard. It's too scary. I don't want to be seen. And so your nervous system pops in, right? And so your nervous system is telling you to stop. Don't push. We've had enough. However, for you to be able to transition into coaching full time and to have that business breakthrough, you want to hit those 10K months, right? You have to be able to persevere through the pressure. So that is point one. That's P. That's a P. Persevere through pressure. Okay. So you have to understand that contractions are actually proof of life. It's not punishment. It's just a part of your reality, right? We're always going to have circumstances. There are going to be things that come up, right? And it's literally for you to push through with patience. You have to have patience with yourself because you are growing. Right? You are growing through this process. You have to have peace. Understand that when you are dwelling in the presence of the Lord, God will give you peace, right? Especially when you're operating from purpose. This coaching business is your purpose work. And so you have to understand that you want to push through and have patience with yourself, love on your nervous system. You want to be regulated as you grow. your business, right? And that's exactly what I help my clients to do. Like, we work on your belief systems so that, because your actions are rooted in your belief system. Your subconscious mind controls 95% of your actions. And so when we work on your belief system behind your business growth, that is what's going to help you to operate from a place of peace, presence, safety, reassurance, love. And so this is the beautiful thing. This is like what I love most about what I get to do. It's not just the structure and the strategy, but it's truly the belief systems behind it. Because your business will only grow to the extent of your belief system and your body's safety. If your body doesn't feel safe, it's going to self-sabotage you. All right. And so I want to encourage you to push through. All right. So you probably, you plan to go live, you plan to show up, and then you're like, oh no, you get your nervous system kicks in, you start to be afraid of visibility, you're afraid that you're going to mess up, you're afraid that people are going to judge you, whatever that deep-rooted fear is. It's really important that you do the work. And I help my clients to I have a safe protocol that I help my clients to really walk through so that their nervous system feels safe to be seen. All right. And so yeah, pressure isn't punishment. It's not punishment. It's proof of growth. It's proof of life. The contraction is proof of life. All right. And you're going to birth the very breakthrough that you've been praying for when you continue to push through. All right. And when I say push through, I don't mean aggressively. I mean push with patience, right? With kindness, with love, with self-compassion, with peace, from a place of peace and from a place of purpose, because this is your God-given purpose work. All right. So now we're going to move on to the U. All right. So the P is to persevere through pressure. The U is understand the contractions. All right. Understand the contractions. So the pain is not a sign. The pain is actually your sign to push, right? Like I shared in the beginning, like when, as a mom, when you're feeling those contractions, that's when the doctor's like, okay, push, push, push. And so the pain is your sign to push. The fear is your sign to push. The feeling of inadequacy or imposter syndrome, that is your sign to push, not pause, right? We're not pausing. We're pushing in those moments, okay? It's okay to pause for a little bit, right? But technically, you want to keep pushing. You want to keep pushing during those contractions from a place of peace, from a place of purpose, and from a place of patience, okay? So you're gently pushing. And you're right on the verge of birthing new life, right? So this new business endeavor, this new life that you envision for yourself, you're right at the verge of that. You're right on the brink. You're right on the brink of birthing new life. And so it's really important that you don't stop in the middle of that. You have to push through, but you have to push through in a healthy way. All right. And you don't want to push through from a place of judgment or shame, like, oh, I should be doing this, or I should be further by now, or I need to get better, I need to do better. It's not from a place of shame. It's from a place of love, from a place of self-trust, from a place of self-compassion, right? This is how you lovingly allow yourself to feel safe showing up and birthing the business that God has called you to, right? And really being able to step into it full time. It's because you have to have safety. Your body has to feel safe. Your nervous system is only wanting to protect you, right? So when you're feeling those contractions, the nervous system is like, stop, no, we've had enough. It's too painful. It's too scary. But no, it's like when you have a coach that can actually guide you, and when you know the work and understand how your body works, you can now work with your body, right? As a nurse, like I've been able to take a lot of my nursing nuggets into my coaching business. And that's what I just love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. And so your contractions are not punishment, it's preparation, okay? The fear is not a sign to stop. It's actually your body's way of saying you're on the edge of new life, okay? And so that is the U. We're going to keep moving on here. And so that's the U. Understand the contractions. It doesn't mean to stop. It means to actually push through. All right. And so now we're going to jump into the S. So the S is show up safe. So show up with safety, right? Show up safely. And so don't let your nervous system keep you from launching, going live, selling, or sharing your voice. God has called you to speak. If he's called you into business, he's called you into leadership. If he's called you into as a coach, he's called you to lead and to guide and to really be able to assist others in their journey, in their path. And so you have to feel comfortable. You have to feel safe with launching the business he's given to you, right? With going live and sharing, selling, selling and serving and sharing your voice, being confident in who you are as a coach and who God has called you to be. And so it's really important for you to really be able to share from a place of safety, show up in a place from a place of safety. All right. And so, this can look like you, I used to do this a lot, spending hours in Canva or like on the back end of your sales page, like getting it all pretty. That's what I said. You're prepared. You're more than prepared. You've nested for 9 months. You've got everything all worked out. Maybe you've taken a few clients here or there, but it's time to next level. It's time to step into coaching full time. You've been kind of like in between because you like the comfort of your 9 to 5 because you love that steady paycheck, but you're miserable there. And you truly desire that life of freedom, that life of flexibility, that true desire for fulfillment in coaching full time. And so maybe, you're just in between. You're in between. And so you show up a little bit, but you're not showing up all the way. You're not showing up authentically. You're still holding areas of your voice back. And so you got to push through. And a part of that is by showing up in safety, showing up, knowing that you're safe, that it's okay to be heard. It's okay to be seen. It's okay to be felt. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You didn't call yourself. God called you. And so you're showing up in the identity of the daughter of the Most High God, right? You're showing up as her. You're showing up because you've been called to this. All right. And you know that you have so much knowledge. You have so much wisdom. You have so much passions, right? And you want to share it with the world. So it's really important to do this inner work so that you'll be able to feel safe showing up. All right. And so no more sitting in Canva, designing graphics for 3 hours and not hitting post on anything. It's time to show up and hit post and really be able to sell without feeling weird about it, right? Without feeling icky, right? There's belief blocks there when it comes to that. And trust me, I completely understand how you feel because I used to have those same belief blocks when it came to selling. And so there's mindset work, there's belief work, there's embodiment work that has to be done. And there's nervous system regulation that has to be done so that you can move past these blocks and be able to really transition into coaching full time and really birth the business that God has given you to birth. All right. It's birthing season. Your due date is here, girl. It is here. All right. So the final letter in the PUSH acronym is you want to hold the vision. So like I said, you have this big vision to go full time in coaching. You know the freedom, you know the flexibility that you desire. And so when you're in labor pains, when you're showing up, you're pushing, you want to make sure that you fix your eyes on the promise. You know that you've been nesting this baby. You cannot wait to meet this baby. You already have the nursery set up, right? Your website. You already have, the wipes. You're already prepared. You got the wipes. You got the diapers. You got all the things. So now it's time to push and keep your vision on the promise, not the pain. Not the pain of it, because eventually the pain's going to go away. That's the beautiful thing about it. The pain is going to go away eventually. It's like you're going to step into that version of yourself who's able to hold the promise. So push through the pain to birth your baby, your business breakthrough. You're going to be able to hold the vision, hold your baby. No longer will you be nesting it and keeping it inside and hiding it from the world. You'll actually be able to hold her or him or her. All right. And so this is really how you birth your business breakthrough, right? It's holding the vision, holding on to the vision that God gave to you. That is what I did. When I was working as a nurse full time, 12-hour shifts, being away from my children for 13 hours a day, multiple days a week, I had no idea. I saw myself, and I shared this a few times. I saw myself like God gave me this vision of myself. I was literally on the beach, my favorite place in the world to be. I was on a beach and I had a laptop, and I was literally on my laptop, and I was like speaking to my laptop, and I was like just like in a bliss. And at the time in my nursing career, super stressed out, super high level stress, like high stress environment, super unfulfilled. Like I love nursing. I love caring for I love my patients. Don't get me wrong. It was just, I felt very confined in the four walls of the hospital. And now I know in hindsight why. And I see how God has truly shifted me and literally has taken me and used my gifts and my spiritual gift of healing and has allowed me to do that in the business arena. And so, so before I even knew anything about coaching, I've never even heard of coaching as a nurse. When I was working a few years ago as a nurse, I had never even heard of coaching. Nursing was my everything. And so, but I saw a vision. I saw a vision of myself. God showed me a vision of myself on the beach and on a laptop. And I'm like, what type of job could I ever have working from my laptop from the beach or from anywhere in the world? And it was years later that I discovered coaching. And I was like, So hold on to the vision. Hold on to the vision. I'm telling you, I am living proof of this. If God gave you the vision, you're going to be able to hold it. Just push through the pain, push through the discomfort, push through the contractions, and birth the baby that God is calling you to birth. Your due date is here, sis. It is time for you to birth. It is the month of September, the 9th month. You are due. It is time to birth. It is time to birth. All right. And so that's what I have for you. That's what I have for you. So exciting. All right. So we're going to recap really quick. So the PUSH acronym is to persevere through pressure. Persevere through pressure. Okay. Understand the contractions. It's not time to stop. The contractions is when you actually push. All right. Show up with safety. Show up in safety and hold the vision. All right. And so go ahead and just DM me, or I'm sorry, DM me. I'm not on Instagram. Comment believe, and I'm going to be sending you the application to apply for my Business by Belief Accelerator. This is the work that I do with my clients, really to be able to birth their business breakthrough, and to be able to do the nervous system healing and the belief system work so that you can be able to not only build out a beautiful, seamless coaching business, but also doing the belief work behind it so that you're able to hold it. Right? Because you can have this big vision, big plans, but if you're not doing the work internally along with building, you're going to end up self-sabotaging. You're going to end up pausing when you should be pushing, right? You're going to end up, retreating when you should be going forward. And so this is the work that I help my clients to do, the nervous system healing and the belief work, so that we can really get to the roots, uproot any beliefs that are not hindering you and not allowing you to push forward and to birth your business breakthrough. Okay. And so that is what I do. That is how I serve you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know your biggest takeaway from this live. And and I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. If there are no questions, let me know your comments or anything that you want to share. I pray that this has been a blessing to you. And I pray the Lord speaks through you through this analogy, and really for you to just dive in and really step into all of what God has for you in the season of birthing. Okay, it is time to push forth and to birth your business breakthrough. I love you so much, and I pray to see you in the next live. I'm going to tell you, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the next step. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.